When I first tried to speak English, I wanted to be perfect. I wanted to say everything right, but I was scared. The words were in my head, but they did not come out. I waited. I waited for the perfect time, but the perfect time never came. One day, a teacher told me, "Speak like water. Just let it flow." That small sentence changed my life. Water does not worry. It does not rush. It moves slowly. It finds a way. It goes around rocks. It keeps going, even when the road is not easy. I decided to speak English like water, slow, soft, and every day. That was my first real step. I started with small words, simple ones. I said, yes, no, thank you, sorry. Just like that. I practiced saying them again and again. I said them while walking, while eating, even while brushing my teeth. I did not need long sentences. I just needed to start. At first, I felt shy. I thought, this is too small. I'm not learning enough. But every time I said a word out loud, I felt stronger. I felt free. I was doing something. And small things grow. A river starts with one drop. Speaking starts with one word. One morning, I looked in the mirror and said, "Good morning." I smiled. Then I said, "I am happy today." It felt strange, but I liked it. So the next day, I did it again. "Good morning. I am ready." Then, "I will speak English today." These words became a part of my morning. They gave me power. They gave me peace. Later, I picked 5 easy words: book, cup, phone, pen, door. I touched each one and said the name. This is a book. This is a cup. It was like a small game. Then I added more. The cup is red. The book is big. Soon I was making small sentences without fear. One time I saw a boy drop his toy. I picked it up and said, "Here you go." It was a short sentence, but it made me feel like I used real English in a real moment. That feeling stayed with me all day. Speaking English does not mean saying long words. It means saying something, anything, every day. One word, one line, one thought. Like water, you just flow. No pressure, no fear. I also listened a lot. I listened to stories, slow ones. I repeated what I heard. If I heard, "The sun is hot," I said it too. "The sun is hot." If I heard, "I like apples," I said, "I like apples." It felt good. The words came easier with time. I remember sitting in a park, looking at people. I spoke in my mind. She is walking. He is eating. That dog is small. Then I said them out loud, very softly. I was speaking English with the world, with life. It felt natural. Every day I spoke just a little. Sometimes one sentence, sometimes 5. Some days I forgot. But the next day I started again. Water does not stop. It keeps moving. I kept moving too. My voice became clearer. My fear became smaller. My joy became bigger. All because I started small, like the first drop of water. So today, speak one sentence, any sentence. Say, "I am learning." Say, "This is my day." Say, I will talk like water. That is enough. That is your start. English does not need to be perfect. It needs to be alive. Alive in your mouth. Alive in your day. Speak softly. Speak simply. Speak now. You have taken the first step. You have made the first drop. Now, the river of English can begin. Chapter 2. Flow every day. Small talks make big change. After I started speaking one sentence every morning, something inside me changed. I no longer waited to be perfect. I just spoke. I spoke small sentences, but I spoke them every day. And each day, those small sentences made me stronger. They were like drops of water, and slowly, they became a stream. One morning I was brushing my hair and I said, "Today is a good day." It was short, but it felt good. I added more. I will learn. I will speak. I will try. Those small words became my daily friend. I said them to myself with a smile. When I went outside, I spoke in my mind. I looked at things and named them. Tree, car, road. Then I made sentences. The tree is tall, the car is red, the road is empty. It became a game. I started to enjoy it. I was not just learning, I was living in English. I also started talking to my family in English, just for fun. At breakfast, I said, "This egg is hot." My mother laughed. I said, "Thank you for tea." My father smiled. Even when they answered in our language, I kept using English words. It made the day feel special. Then I started talking to myself in the mirror. Not just one line. I tried to say more. I am learning English. I want to be better. I am not perfect, but I am brave. I looked into my eyes and spoke clearly. This gave me power. It gave me peace. Speaking every day became part of my life. I spoke while washing the dishes. I am cleaning this plate. I spoke while walking to the shop. I need bread. I will buy milk. These were not big things, but they made a big difference, because I was using English like water, flowing through my day. I also began to repeat things. If I said, "I am tired," I said it again. I am tired. I am very tired. Then I changed it. I need rest. I want to sleep. One idea, many ways. This helped me find more words. It made my English grow like a plant in the sun. One evening, I met a woman who spoke English. She asked, "Where is the bus stop?" My heart jumped. But I had spoken so many small sentences that I was ready. I said, "It is near the market. Go straight, then turn left." She smiled. I smiled too. That was a big moment for me. A small talk, but it changed everything. Small talks help you build big confidence. You don't need to give a long speech. You just need to speak a little, every day. 1 minute, 2 minutes. That is enough. That is your water. I remember the first time I said a full paragraph out loud. I said, "Today I went to the park. I saw many birds. The sky was blue. I felt happy." I said it slowly. I said it clearly. I felt proud. Every sentence I spoke was like one step on a long road. Some steps were small, some were strong. But I kept walking, I kept speaking, and slowly my fear was gone. If you want to get better at English, speak today. Speak now. Don't wait. Talk about what you see. Talk about what you feel. Talk about your tea, your shoes, your dreams. It doesn't matter what you say. What matters is that you speak. Speak in the morning. Speak in the evening. Speak while cooking or walking. Speak like water, calm, gentle, and every day. Because water doesn't rush. It flows. And with every little flow, you become better, stronger, and more free. Chapter 3. Listen like rain. Soft sounds teach you more. When I first began learning English, I thought speaking was the most important thing. And yes, speaking is very important. But soon I found another secret: listening. Listening helped me more than I expected. It helped me understand words. It helped me feel the rhythm of English. It helped me speak better. Listening was like rain, soft, quiet, but full of power. I remember the first time I listened to an English story. It was slow and simple. A girl had a small cat. She took care of it. The cat got lost, but then it came home. The story made me smile. I didn't understand every word, but I felt the meaning. I listened again. The second time, I understood more. The third time, even more. My ears were learning. My heart was learning too. That's what listening does. It teaches you without pressure. It helps you hear how words sound. You learn how people ask questions. You learn how they answer. You learn where they pause, where they smile, where they feel strong. Listening is not just about words. It's about feeling the music of the language. Every day, I listened for 5 or 10 minutes. I listened while cleaning. I listened while walking. I listened before sleeping. I picked short, easy things, slow stories, soft songs, simple conversations. I listened with love, not fear. Sometimes I closed my eyes and just listened. I didn't try to understand every word. I just let the sounds fall like rain, the rain of English. And slowly, those drops filled my mind. One day I heard a word I didn't know. I paused. I wrote it down. I looked it up. The word was quiet. I said it out loud, quiet. Then I used it. I like quiet mornings. That one word became mine. I found many words like that, just by listening. I also listened and repeated. This was powerful. I listened to a sentence, "The sun is shining." Then I said it out loud. The sun is shining. I tried to copy the voice. I tried to copy the feeling. It felt like music practice. It was fun. I called this shadowing. It means you follow the voice like a shadow. You listen, then you speak. You don't think too much. You just copy. I did this with cartoons. I did this with simple YouTube videos. I did this every day. And my speaking became better, more natural, more smooth. Sometimes I watched English videos with subtitles. I read and listened together. Then I turned off the subtitles and listened again. Then I repeated what I remembered. It became a small game. And games help you learn faster. One day, I watched a video about a boy who loved drawing. He said, "I draw every day. Drawing makes me happy." I repeated that line many times. Drawing makes me happy. Then I changed it. Speaking English makes me happy. It was true. Listening helped me in real life, too. One time, I went to a shop. The man said, "How can I help you?" I had heard this in a video before, so I was ready. I answered, "I want to buy some bread." I felt good. I had heard that sentence before, and now I was using it. The more I listened, the more I understood. Not just the words, but the feeling, the style, the emotion. It made everything easier. Listening is quiet, but it is strong, like rain. You don't see each drop, but slowly the world becomes fresh and green. When you listen every day, your English becomes alive. So today, listen to something easy, a short story, a calm video, a soft song. Listen again and again. Repeat it. Copy the sound. Feel the words. Let the rain of English fall on you. Let it enter your ears and your heart. And soon you will grow. Your words will grow. Your voice will grow. Because when you listen like rain, you speak like rivers. Chapter 4. Read with calm eyes. Let the words come to you. After I listened every day like soft rain, I started to feel more connected to English. But there was still another step that helped me deeply. Reading. Reading helped me slow down. It helped me learn new words. It helped me understand how people build sentences. Reading is like walking through a quiet garden. You go step by step. You look around. You enjoy the journey. At first, I did not know what to read. Big books scared me. Long stories made me feel lost. So I started small. I found a story for children. It had short lines and many pictures. I read about a rabbit who was afraid of the dark. The rabbit found a light, and then he was not afraid anymore. The story was short, but I learned many things. I learned the word dark. I learned the word light. I learned the word afraid. These words stayed in my mind because I saw them in a story. They were not just words. They were part of something beautiful. I read the story again the next day, then again the next week. Every time I read it, I understood more. That's the power of reading. You don't have to rush. The page waits for you. You can read one line again and again, and every time, it gives you something new. I made a small habit. I read for just 5 minutes a day. Only 5 minutes. Sometimes I read a small book. Sometimes I read one page. Sometimes I just read a short story online. But I always read something. It became my calm moment, like a cup of warm tea. I also read out loud. That helped me even more. I saw the words, then I said them. I heard my own voice. This connected my eyes, my mouth, and my ears. It was like practicing all skills at once. One day, I read a sentence that said, "The little bird sings every morning." I smiled. Then I said it out loud. "The little bird sings every morning." Then I changed it. "I speak English every morning." Reading helped me speak. It helped me feel the words in a new way. Another time I found a comic. It was funny. The characters made jokes. I laughed while reading. I also learned expressions like, "Oh no," and "That's amazing." These small phrases helped me in real conversations. I wrote down the words I didn't know. I looked them up. I didn't try to learn everything at once. I just picked 3 or 4 words each day. I used them in my own sentences. Little by little, my word bank grew. I also read signs, posters, and menus. At a cafe, I read hot drinks, cold drinks, take away. These were real words from real life. They helped me feel like I was living in English. Reading also helped me write. I saw how sentences were made. I saw how people used commas and full stops. I saw how they said things like, "I feel happy," or "She is not at home." These small patterns helped me make my own sentences more easily. Sometimes I read the same story many times. Each time I saw something new. I read slowly. I did not rush. I let the words come to me. I let them sit in my heart. Reading gave me peace. It made me feel smart. It made me feel close to the English language. And the best part? I could read alone, in silence, at my own pace. If you want to grow in English, read something simple today. A short story, a cartoon, a small book with pictures. Read with calm eyes. Don't rush, don't stress, just enjoy. Let the words be your friends. Let them walk beside you. Let them teach you slowly. Because when you read with calm eyes, the whole world opens up to you. Chapter 5. Write your thoughts, one word at a time. When I had listened like rain and read with calm eyes, I felt my English becoming stronger. But there was one more step that helped me deeply. Writing. Writing is different. Writing is slow. Writing is quiet. But writing is strong. It helps you remember, it helps you speak better, and it helps you grow from the inside out. I started writing in the simplest way. I did not write a story. I did not write an essay. I just wrote how I felt. I am tired. I am happy. I want to learn. These were my first lines. They were short, but they were real. They came from my heart. And when I saw them on paper, I felt proud. I bought a small notebook and called it my English diary. I wrote one line each day, just one. I saw the sun today. My sister smiled at me. I drank tea. These were simple things, but they were my words. I made them. That felt powerful. Sometimes I didn't know how to write something. I wanted to say, "I feel excited," but I didn't know the word excited. So I looked it up, then I used it. I wrote, "I feel excited today." It was like finding a new color to paint with. Every new word gave me more power to say what I wanted. Later, I started writing small stories. One was about a boy who lost his shoe. Another was about a girl who wanted to fly. They were not long, maybe 5 lines, but I loved them. They were fun. They were mine. I shared one with my friend. She smiled and said, "This is nice." That gave me confidence. Writing also helped me see my mistakes. Sometimes I wrote, "She go to school." Then I checked it again. Oh, it should be "she goes to school." I learned from my mistake. I wrote it again. She goes to school every day. Now it was right, and I remembered it better. I also wrote new words I learned during the day. If I heard strong, I wrote it down. Then I made a sentence. I feel strong today. That helped me remember the word forever. The more I wrote, the more I remembered. The more I remembered, the more I could speak. Sometimes I didn't know what to write, so I looked at my room. I said, "There is a table. The table is brown. I put my books on the table." It was simple, but it helped. One word became two. Two became five. Five became 10. Soon, I had a full paragraph. Other days, I wrote about my dreams. One day, I want to go to another country. I want to speak English with people from around the world. Writing my dreams made them feel real. It made me feel closer to my goals. I also kept my old writing. After 1 month, I read it again. I saw my progress. In the beginning, my sentences were short. Later, they became longer. They became more clear. I felt happy. I was growing. Writing helped me see that. You don't have to be perfect to write. You just have to start. One word, one line, one feeling. That's all. Just write what you know. Write what you feel. Don't worry about big grammar. Don't worry about spelling. Just write. Make it a daily habit, like brushing your teeth, like drinking water. Write in the morning, write before bed. Write about your day, your food, your friends, your thoughts. Make writing your friend. Because when you write, you use English in your own way. You find your own voice, and that voice will grow stronger every day. So today, take a pen, open a notebook, or open your phone. Write one sentence. Just one. That is enough. That is your step. Write your thoughts, one word at a time, and watch how your English becomes clear, calm, and full of life. Chapter 6. Let English live around you. Make it part of your world. After I began writing every day, something inside me changed. English was no longer just a language I wanted to learn. It became part of me. It became part of my world. I started to see English not as a subject, but as a friend who walked with me, a friend who lived with me, a friend who helped me grow. This happened because I began to surround myself with English. I let it live around me in small, simple ways. I didn't wait for class. I didn't wait for a lesson. I brought English into my everyday life. First, I changed the language on my phone. My phone used to be in my language, but I switched it to English. At first, it was confusing. I didn't understand every word. But slowly, I began to learn. I saw words like settings, call, messages, update. I saw them again and again. Soon, they became easy. I didn't need to study them. I just lived with them. Next, I made small labels in my room. I wrote door and stuck it on my door. I wrote window, mirror, chair, lamp. Every time I looked around, I saw English words. I didn't need to open a book. I just needed to look. That made learning feel easy, like breathing. I also listened to English music. Not hard songs, simple songs with slow words. I didn't understand all the words at first, but I could feel the meaning. I could hear the emotions. I sang along. I didn't care if my voice was good. I just sang. I said the words with the music. That helped my speaking too. Sometimes I watched videos without even trying to learn. I just watched for fun. A cooking video, a travel vlog, a cartoon. I let the English enter my ears. I didn't try too hard. I just enjoyed. That's how I learned best, when I was relaxed and happy. I also made a rule for myself. One English thing each day. It could be reading one page, watching one video, writing one sentence, speaking one thought, listening to one song, just one thing, every day. That small rule made a big change. One day I saw a man on the street. He was wearing a t-shirt with English words. It said, "Keep going." I smiled. I understood it. I felt strong. That simple moment showed me how much I had grown. English was now everywhere. In my room, in my music, in my phone, in my daily thoughts. It was no longer something I had to study. It was something I lived with. That changed everything. I also talked to myself more. When I opened the door, I said, "I'm going out." When I came home, I said, "I'm back." When I was hungry, I said, "I want to eat something." These small lines made English feel natural, like my own language. I even dreamed in English sometimes. One night, I saw myself speaking English in a dream. I didn't know all the words, but I was speaking. That dream made me so happy. I woke up smiling. It showed me that English was now deep inside me. I started to think in English too. Not all the time, but sometimes. When I saw a cat, I didn't think Billy anymore. I thought cat. When I wanted water, I didn't think in my language first. I just thought, I need water. That felt amazing. It felt like a real change. If you want to talk in English, don't just study it. Live with it. Let it be around you. Let it be part of your world. Read signs. Listen to music. Speak small sentences. Think simple thoughts in English. Play games. Watch shows. Write notes. Use your phone. Make English your friend. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Let English walk with you. Let it sit with you. Let it eat with you. Let it dream with you. Because the greatest way to talk in English is not to wait for the right time. It is to live with English now. Every small moment, every small step. And remember, like water, you grow drop by drop. But one day, those drops will become a strong river, a river of your words, a river of your voice, and you will say, "This is my English. This is my voice, and I made it flow."